State lawmakers have started the process of redrawing its congressional map. Thursday was the first of 3 public hearings the Texas House Committee is holding to gather public comment. Texas Democrats have been critical of the Republican-led effort to redraw the congressional map, known as redistricting. President Donald Trump has said to reporters he wants state lawmakers to redraw the map to help pick up 5 additional Republican seats ahead of the midterm elections. Democrats argue the move is illegal and is targeting minority-held seats.
Mid-decade redistricting is pointless, unjust, and we won't let that happen quietly. I'm here to fight. We all need to raise our voices to protect democracy for every Texan.
The House Committee will hold a hearing in Houston on Saturday and Arlington on Monday. After those hearings, they could discuss and take action on any legislation to redistrict the state. As the work to redraw the districts continues, we're learning how these changes could impact the Panhandle in the upcoming midterm elections. Fox 14's Blas Guerrero explains.
Redistricting usually happens every 10 years, but lawmakers in Texas are doing it now, just 4 years after the last map.
It's very uncommon to have what we call like a mid-decade redistricting. A number of states have had to do it over the last several years last several decades because of court cases and judicial challenges.
In this case, the reason Governor Greg Abbott says the changes are needed is due to decisions on the federal level.
Brought this about is the U.S. Justice Department informed the state that several of our districts, I think it was 2 or 3 of our districts, violate their standards for redistricting because there was racial criteria used in drawing the district.
While the challenge districts are far from the Panhandle, changes across the state could still shift district lines, possibly splitting the Panhandle into 2 or 3 districts.
I think my big concern is to make sure that we have at least one Panhandle-centric district where we can ensure that we have a U.S. congressperson from the Panhandle of Texas instead of somewhere in the Metroplex or to the south of here. So,
according to Dr. Roush, having 2 representatives from Amarillo could be a good thing.
Well, I mean, you have 2 people speaking for Amarillo in the legislature or in Congress, in the U.S. Congress. So if we had something like, let's say, the Bell helicopter was being threatened with loss of funds, now you have 2 members of Congress up there fighting for it instead of just 1.
With the 2026 midterm elections coming up, the impact of redistricting remains unclear. So far, there are no official maps, just early ideas shared online. Lawmakers are still meeting to get public input and say the first draft map will be ready next week. Live in the studio, Blas Guerrero, Fox 14 News. Maya?
Blas, thank you. To national news, the House may